houses. Every one of them is supposed to move. 2 floors, enormous glass rooms, private terraces, and underneath all of it, wheels. Some look like super yachts that escaped onto the highway. Others resemble penthouses built on trucks. And the final design might actually be the smartest of them all. These are futuristic design concepts, not production motorhomes, but they ask a fascinating question. How far could the home on wheels idea actually go? The first concept almost refuses to look like an RV. Its flowing body, enormous windows, and open upper levels make it resemble a luxury yacht on land. Look closer, and the idea becomes even crazier. Instead of one long interior, the living space is divided vertically across completely different levels. Downstairs could hold the practical spaces, kitchen, bathroom, and bedroom, leaving the upper floor for something conventional motorhomes rarely have: space to breathe. Climb upstairs and suddenly you're sitting above almost everything around you, surrounded by glass with an uninterrupted view across the landscape. But the second concept does almost the opposite. It's shorter, sharper, and far more compact, like a futuristic tiny house that somehow learned to drive. The lower level is wrapped in glass, while the smaller room above creates separation without stretching the vehicle into an enormous highway monster. Downstairs becomes your kitchen and lounge. Upstairs could become a private sleeping space, completely separated from everything happening below. But the real party trick is above even that. A protected rooftop deck where the roof itself becomes part of your campsite. Then we stop pretending to be compact. Concept 3 takes a massive truck, adds multiple axles, and builds what looks like a luxury mansion behind it. Here, 2 floors aren't just a design feature, they could finally solve one of the biggest compromises of RV living: everyone sharing the same room. Keep the kitchen, bathroom, and private bedroom downstairs, then move the lounge upstairs, and suddenly different parts of the vehicle can actually serve different purposes. And imagine this room at night, several meters above the road, lights turned low, with an entire mountain range filling the windows around you. But the fourth concept changes direction again. Instead of hiding the truck underneath futuristic bodywork, it proudly keeps the heavy-duty cab right out front. Behind it sits a 2-level living module that looks more like a penthouse than a camper, complete with huge windows and an elevated outdoor terrace. And strangely, this may be the most believable idea here, because underneath the outrageous living space is still the architecture of a heavy truck. Of course, there's one enormous problem with every 2-story motorhome: weight. Put too much mass upstairs and the center of gravity starts moving exactly where you don't want it. So batteries, water tanks, and heavy equipment would need to stay low in the chassis, while the second floor would rely heavily on lightweight construction. Height creates another problem. These concepts exaggerate proportions for visual impact, but a real road-going version would have to fit bridges, tunnels, and legal limits. Then there's electricity. 2 floors of climate control, refrigeration, lighting, cooking, and entertainment would demand a serious battery and generator system. But solve those problems and something interesting happens. The second floor stops being a gimmick and starts changing what traveling inside an RV actually feels like. Imagine waking beside a frozen lake, climbing upstairs with your coffee, and realizing your living room now has a view most 5-star hotels could never offer. A week later, that exact same room could overlook the ocean, because the extraordinary thing isn't really the house. It's that the house can leave. And that's where these ridiculous concepts suddenly become appealing. Your bedroom stays the same. Your kitchen stays the same. Only the world outside keeps changing. One night, it's the desert. The next, it's the mountains. Then a coastline. And everywhere you stop, the second floor becomes your private observation deck. The wild balconies and impossible proportions might change before anything like this reached a real highway, but the idea behind them doesn't have to disappear. Because maybe the next revolution in motorhomes isn't making them longer. Maybe it's finally asking what happens when we start building upward. A motorhome downstairs, a penthouse upstairs, and a completely different view every morning. Which of these 4 would you actually live in?